Well, I unhooked the rod from the crank here, and I was able to hit it with a hammer and get it going backwards. So now I basically just got to hammer it back out the front here if I can get it loose again. If I can get it up just a little bit, I can probably secure it back to the crank, and I bet it will move. But yeah, it wasn't frozen that bad. I knew it couldn't have been. So I'm going to spray some more oil inside the cylinder here before I try to push it frontwards. And I moved it about an inch, so hopefully that's going to break all the bad stuff that's on there out of there. So we should be good, hopefully. Well, I got the piston out. Let's see how nasty this thing is. Yeah, those first two rings are totally frozen on there. Look at that. That sucks, huh? That one's loose. And yeah, these first rings are totally frozen. And I can't even tell where they are in there. Isn't that crazy? So let me clean this up, see if we can't get those rings out of there. I really want to buy new rings for it. That's what I really want to do. Well, look at this rusty, nasty crap. This is ridiculous, huh? Look at the bottom of the piston, how much rust came on there. Probably in about a 2-month period. But I'm going to have to re-hone the whole cylinder now. Not like that's a big deal. Just take a couple minutes. So here's one of the ring joints right there. But yeah, we're going to have to get this cleaned up and loosened up. And what I'd like to do is measure the bore here and measure these rings so that I can order some from that Star Bolt catalog, you know. And I figure that that would be the way to go with this thing, is that these rings here are almost 100 years old. So, you know, putting some new ones in there, definitely going to be the way to go. All right, so let's look at these rings. So you can see right in here is a little angled joint right there. So what I'm going to try to do is just take this hammer, or this little screwdriver and a hammer, and just give it a couple taps and see if we can loosen it up. You can see how this one on the bottom is here with this humongous ring gap here. So we'll see if we can get that top one and the second one freed up as well. There we go. Yeah, that freed it up. There we go. Let's see. I'm probably going to take them right off the piston and try to clean them. I got to find where the gap is on this second ring here. Oh, here it is. It's on this side. Big old cast iron rings, you know. There you go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to remove these things completely and see if I can't clean up the grooves in the piston where they're supposed to go. Yeah, these are some tough sons of a bitch, huh? See if I can just give it a tap and rotate it around the piston a little bit. I'm afraid I'm going to break them if I go to take them off. They're really stuck on the back side over there. Someone's probably watching this video saying, look what this, oh fuck, I knew I was going to break it. Damn. Well, I guess now I really need new rings. Because that shit just fucking broke. Damn it. Man, they are stuck in there good. Oh, man, look at that. That really sucks, huh? Well, between a new head gasket and getting new rings, hopefully that should get this Witte back into service. Yeah, these things are nasty. So, I guess what I'll do is measure in there with my you know, calipers and everything, and let me see if I can get this bottom one out that's not frozen in there. There's not a lot of give in these things. That's what the problem is. They're really tight. There you go. Second one's spinning now. Kind of a pain in the butt, huh? It's kind of like taking a key off of a keychain. Tough, huh? Somewhere I got a ring pliers. Maybe I'll try that on these bad boys. Let's see if I can find them. Well, I think I got it figured out. The top to bottom thickness here is 1/4 inch. When I measure the outside diameter of the piston is 3.745. That would be, you know, from one side to the other side, not inside the ring groove, but the outside diameter. And when I measure the thickness of the rings here, it's 0.14. So I'm not sure if those numbers cross-reference to anything with star bolt or not, but I don't know what the 745, you know, it's probably 3 3/4 inch bore. So if that would be 3.75, you know, you'd have 5 thousandths clearance between the piston and the bore. So what I should do is take my bore gauge and go over to the cylinder and measure the bore just to see if my theory is correct. And we'll go from there. All right, so I'm measuring the bore again, and I realized that I didn't have this thing anywhere near plumbed before. And if I'm doing my geometry correctly, when the number gets to the smallest number is where it should be square. If it's longer, it's going on like the hypotenuse of the triangle. See how it's going up to 3.76? And when I stand back and look at this, it's totally cocked. And when I get to just about dead on, it's 3.75. Look, I can get to 7504, 7505, 7503. If I go back a little bit and do the same thing, you know, it's more like a 75-ish. 7509. Let's see. 75 something. 7504 075. I'm pretty sure it's 3 3/4 bore. And if it's off like a hair, where are we at here? 95, 96. The piston never gets up in this zone, I don't think, the rings. Let me just see. Where are we at here? 751. I'm about a little bit in there. Yeah, so anyways, I'm pretty sure it's 3 3/4. Looks like I can get to 751-ish. So I don't know if I need these measurements when I order the rings, but I would think I would. I don't know if you order them by the diameter of the cylinder or if you order them by the piston size. That's really where my lack of knowledge is here. So I'm probably just going to call Star Bolt and tell them these measurements and let them tell me what I need. Yeah, it looks like it's 751. And there's 1 or 2 spots that are under a hair. But the top is 7.5, pretty much dead on. And then as I go back a little bit, I can get down to 7.510. So it's about, you know, if you think about that, it's 1,000th, 0.001 from 750 to 751. For a freaking engine that's 100 years old, to have the bore off by 1,000th from the front to the back is pretty damn impressive, I think. So yeah, we'll call Star Bolt, and other guys have said they got stuff in a couple days, so maybe I'll get just as lucky. And the only other thing I got to fix on here is this piece of linkage here is frozen on this pin. So I'm going to take my torch and heat that up and see if I can't free it a little bit. I'm trying to see what the heck it's made out of. It looks like it's copper or something, which doesn't make sense. I'm going to put a magnet on there and see if it's magnetic or not, but it could just be discolored from over time. But I guess these weights here have the same patina to it. Could have been painted brown at some point, but yeah, anyways, that's that. I'll use my micrometer here and verify that it is 3.745 on the piston, so my cheap old Harbor Freight caliper is pretty darn good.